Hey folks, Ryan here from Mista Rau's Gaming, and I've got another solo playthrough video here for you today, and I'm going to be starting. I know I did a live stream of it a little while ago, but I'm going to be restarting my campaign for Legacy of You, which is published by Renegade Game Studios here in North America, but it's a Garphill Games production. You know, it is designed by the one and only himself, Shem Phillips. And this is a solo-only game, solo-only Euro game, which has been getting lots of great reviews, fantastic things, sells out every time that it comes back into stock. And if you look in the description of this video, you can find a link where you can go to the Renegade Game Studios store and you can purchase one of these. And if you use that link, you know, you're going to help the channel because I am an affiliate with Renegade Game Studios. And so every time that somebody uses that link to purchase something from Renegade Games, I get a little bit, the channel here gets a little bit, and I can start maybe doing some things around the studio here. So check out that. Also, if you want to help out this studio, you want to help out this channel, oh my gosh, this channel as well, you can always hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time these new videos, especially this new series of Legacy of You, comes live. And I go live every Tuesday night, so you can get notified when those happen. Alrighty, well, I already did some Legacy of You way back in the day on the channel, so I'm not going to do a full rules thing. You can now have a link to the description of that video. But how about we just, get on in. Let's go over here. We've got it all set up here for our very first game of Legacy of You. Yep, the story deck is all packed away in here. It's all packed away. There's a whole bunch of cards in there that we're going to discover along the way. We've got our storybook ready here. We've got our victory and defeat cards all ready to go, depending on which one is going to actually happen. And the cards are all ready to go, the townsfolk and everything like that. I just have to start off with taking my first income, which I've already drawn my 4 cards here. I also start the game with a white worker, a shell, and a provision. And for everyone, we also evaluate for every one of these purple buildings that we get built here, we'll also get an extra shell during our income phase. So everything that's like that is all ready to go. So let's start by taking a whole bunch of actions. And there are ever so many of them. Most of them are going to require our cards in our tableau here. Let's just take a look here. I do have a space to tuck one card already that I can actually put a card down below here to generate myself some resources at the very beginning of the game here. And I am looking at this one right here. I know it's going to come right out of my deck, but providing me with an extra white worker every single round could actually come in quite handy. So I'm just going to try to ever so slightly, gently, I'm going to tuck that under my board, so now I get another little bit of income every single round. Now, I can also spend my workers. I can put them into my exhausted pile here to generate what they have up in the corners here. I see some brick, a black worker, a blue worker. I can generate those. I can actually just get rid of them right out of my pile right altogether if I want to actually get both resources. But we don't want to do that. We actually want our deck to actually be, quite full, because every time that this deck runs out, the flood token is going to advance. And if the flood token advances to where we have our barge, well, we are going to end up losing that particular game to flooding. So one thing that I can do to counteract the one that I just got rid of is that I can actually recruit some cards. And the leftmost one is free every single time. And I see if I discard that one, I actually get a provision and a shell every time. Now I could also just decide to discard, not put them in hand. I could discard them right away to immediately get those 2 benefits. But I don't know if that is the thing that I want to do right now. So I think I will just recruit them right into my exhausted pile here. I will spend this one to get the brick resource. And I'm only doing that because I noticed that I have a barbarian in play here. And most likely I'm not going to be able to fight that barbarian this particular round. And so they are going to damage us. We are actually either have to destroy a card from our deck or have to pay a brick resource. So I'm going to have that brick resource just right away ready to go. And I see that we've got some other workers here. I can generate myself a blue worker. I can generate myself a black worker. And workers are pretty much useful for going out and doing a whole bunch of things for us. And plus, you can also kind of see that we do need some certain workers in order to fight off our barbarians. And we're going to see that in order to build certain sections of the canal, we're actually going to need some certain colored of workers. So I'm thinking the black worker is going to come in quite handy for us because, well, I see already that one barbarian already needs a black worker. So I'm going to put that there. It's a little hard to see against my blue background table mat here, but there is a black worker there. And I guess I have this one last card. I do have a provision here. So I could actually spend that provision. Actually, I could gain myself another provision. Actually, why don't I do that? Why don't I just assign this white worker right here to grab myself another provision? And therefore, I could actually recruit maybe another couple people here. I can see, look, there's another one that gives me a food and a shell. And this one gives me a yellow worker. Actually, why don't I do that? Why don't I spend my provisions? I don't think provisions are really good for anything else other than, recruiting and or defeating our barbarian counterparts. So why not I do that? I do need some white workers and some shells. I'll most likely have that at the end of the next round. So why not? I'm going to spend a provision and I'm going to grab another card to add to my pile here. I am going to spend another provision to recruit this card into my pile as well. And that's all my provisions. That's all of those things. I do have an extra worker, but I don't have any places to place them at this point. So why not, since I recruited a bunch of people, that would be very handy right now. Do I discard this right away to get the blue worker and the wood? Or do I just get just the blue worker right now? No matter what, I do need wood for pretty much any one of the buildings that I am going to need. So since I recruited a few people, you know what? I'm just going to discard this card right off the bat here. I'm going to grab myself a blue worker and a piece of wood right now, just because I know some resources are always quite hard to come by. Alrighty, well, I am all out of cards. I don't know if I can really buy anything. I can't really convert because right now it's 3 shells for a brick, 3 shells for a wood for my conversions. I don't have enough. Well, I guess I could have had enough to build one of these if I didn't use my white worker over here, which would have gave me an extra either provision, white worker, or any worker of my choice, but then I wouldn't actually have the brick to pay for my barbarian attack. Actually, though, the extra bit of income could actually help me, though I would actually have to discard. Nope, I'm okay with my decision already. So that is the end of this particular round. So now we are just going to kind of go into a little bit of a cleanup phase here, where all of these villager cards are going to shuffle on down. A new barbarian is going to actually have to come into play, so we need to make room for that barbarian. So that one kind of slides down, and this one's going to come into play. And now there are some places that are left open, so we are just going to refill those ones with some villagers. This white worker is going to come back into our supply. And we are off to the beginning of the round where we are going to claim our income. So we get a brand new set of 4 cards So 1, oh, there's some wood. 2, 3, 4. We're going to get another white worker. We're going to get a shell. We are going to get a provision. And we didn't build any purple houses, and we also get another white worker. So we are loaded up on our white workers. Hopefully, maybe then I can probably build. Oh wait, I didn't suffer the attack of the barbarian. That's why I needed to spend the brick. I wanted to spend the brick on that one. Okay. So now I'm looking at wanting to hopefully build one of these at some point in time here, because if I'm going to load up on some white workers here, these huts let you kind of, treat white workers as other colors and vice versa. And it gets you a little bit more flexible. I'm just going to take a look at my draw pile here. So I'm going to need to at least build a canal this particular round, because if I don't, the flood is going to advance and we would lose the game right away. Luckily, I do have the resources already. I'm just going to set those aside here because those ones I can use. And so let's just take a look at what I have handy for me. Well, I'm thinking I'm actually going to gain a lot of provisions. Luckily, too bad I can't really trade provisions in quite yet. So let's take a look at what we can use for this. Why not? I could actually just, okay, that one's going to be a red worker. I do need a red worker. I'm looking at my barbarians here. I can maybe try to take care of that one, but I don't have. Okay, so I'm going to spend this one for a red worker. I do need another black worker. And I don't have any brick. I don't think I can convert. I can't get any more shells right now. So I'm thinking right off the hop here, I'm actually just going to discard him. That's going to get me 2 more wood and a worker of my choice. I'm going to take another black worker. Take another black worker there. They're going to go into the discard pile. I am going to spend you to get 2 provisions. And I am going to spend 3 provisions, 2 blacks and a red worker to fight off this barbarian. That takes place. I get the rewards that are on the side here, which is I get another shell, and I actually get to draw a card, which is actually quite fun. So I'm going to draw another card here into my hand. Oh, lovely. I will use you to grab myself a brick. Just like that. And just like that, I can actually afford to build one of these purple huts. Yeah, I do have enough to build a purple hut. I have a white worker. I have 3 wood and a brick. Just looking at some other things that I got going on here. These ones are good to have too, because they'll give us another worker space, and plus will give us room to tuck another card for some beginning of round incomes. I'm thinking before I do anything else, I'm going to put this worker here so I can have him and grab myself another provision, because that's just probably also going to make my deck just a little bit bigger. I'm going to end up needing some yellow workers eventually to get rid of that barbarian. I'm going to take this folk into my hand just to make my deck just a little bit bigger. And I am going to use this provision. I got a choice. I can either take the one that gets me the black worker or the one that gets me the red worker. I have one that gets me a red worker. Can get another black worker. Let's just not overcomplicate things. We'll suspend the provision. We'll take this one into my deck as well. And you, sir, looks like we will probably just use you to just get ourselves another blue worker just to have on hand. And last couple things here that I'm going to do is I am going to spend 2 shells and 2 white workers to build the first section of the canal. So the boat comes off the board. This comes off and there is nothing. So now we have another space to build a place, and plus we get a new conversion that's immediately available to be used. And I think the last thing that I'm going to be able to do here is I will build myself one of these, or do I decide to build myself an income? Because I can get another white worker, I can grab myself another provision, or I can grab myself any color of worker. Most of my cards that I've already gotten here provide me with workers. I think I need to kind of make some, I need some flexibility in some of my white workers, because I do end up having, I do generate a couple white workers on my turns. So why not? Let's do this one, and we're going to convert, because I'm going to need some yellows in the immediate future. So I'm going to spend a white worker. Wait a minute. Let's hold up, because this is either going to destroy a card on me. Oh wait, I think I had to do that. Oh, I forgot to grab my bonuses at the bottom of the canal card when I constructed it. I should have got another brick. I should have got a wood, and I need to destroy a card from my deck. There we go. I thought I forgot something. Okay, now I feel better about this decision. I'm going to spend the white worker. I'm going to spend 3 woods and a brick. And I'm going to build myself one of these, and I'm going to unlock the yellow worker. And now I can kind of come up here and I can fill in one of these building spaces. And you know what? I think right off the bat here, I think I'm just going to fill in the shell, just so that I have another shell here, because I do need some shells in order to build canal sections. Okay, and I think I am okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to unlock it as the blue worker. I know that's counterintuitive for that one, but that is because I see here, I see that I could maybe increase my income a little bit as well here, because I could treat this as a white worker, and I have a brick and a wood that I would actually be able, and I actually have room for that particular building right now. And grabbing something extra at the very beginning of the round would actually be handy. You know what? Let's hold off on that thought right now. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on that thought. I'm going to keep that as this. I'm going to go with my original gut reaction. Okay, I have no more cards. I am not taking any more actions for the round. So, Barbarian is going to attack us. We can either destroy a card, or we can spend a wood, and I'll spend my piece of wood here. Therefore, now we have to, we're going to slide everything over. We need room for a Barbarian card, so this one's going to slide on over, and we're going to get a new Barbarian card, which also requires, okay, maybe I did make the right choice, because there's a yellow one, and then these 2 spots are going to refill, just like that. And I think we are good. We're up to the top. We're at to the top of the rotation where we got to take our income. We have nothing to draw, so the Oh, sorry, the boat has to come back onto the board. And since we have nothing to draw, the flood token advances 1 space. And then we're going to take this deck of cards here that we've got now that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards in it. We're going to shuffle it up and we're going to get our new income. So we shuffle it up. Do it really good here. Okay. And then we're going to get our income, which is going to be 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Provisions up the wazoo for us this time around. We're going to get ourselves a white worker. Oh, I guess this blue worker would have came back to us. We're going to get a white worker. We're going to get ourselves a shell. We're going to get ourselves a provision. And then since we built a purple house, we get another shell at the beginning of our turn. And because of our card down here, we get another white worker. Alrighty, so that is that. And I don't think I have anything else. So here we go. Now we do have enough to build another section of the canal right away. That is actually pretty decent. And I do see we have some resources here, and then we've got some things that we can recruit right away. I do need some red workers right away. I get the white workers. I get the 2 white workers every round, so I'm always going to be able to get that one. So, and I got some time to build that second one. I do need to deal with the barbarians, though. Oh, and they provide me with lots of shells, and I can convert those shells into things. Ooh, yeah, interesting. So why not? Let's get some provisions going here. We will discard you for 2 provisions. Just like that. We will. Oh, I need a red worker for this first guy. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, I need lots of provisions. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend this one to get 2 more provisions. So I've got a total of 5. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 provision. I spend 1 provision to discard this one right off the bat to grab me a red worker. Then I'm going to spend 3 provisions. Yep, 3 provisions to attack this barbarian for 2 yellows and a red because of my new conversion that I got here. So 2 yellows and a red. And I am going to gain myself 3 more shells. There we go, rich in shells. Because then I can convert those into different. I can convert these into different things. I am going to. I should grab some more. Grab some more people right now. I see these guys do bricks. That gets me a couple bricks. I know I need at least 1 brick. Yep, we're going to take that. We're going to grab ourselves a brick. I need some wood. And he's the only one, but he costs 2 provisions. Interestings. Huh. I have almost enough to build me one of these huts, which are really good because they give us some more action spaces that I can take. Oh, I can get it. I always forget that I can assign a worker here to grab myself a provision. So there we go. There's 2 provisions. I'm going to spend these 2 provisions to discard you to grab a wood. And I am going to discard this person straight up to grab a brick and a white worker. A white worker and a brick. Because now I have enough to construct myself a hut. I'm going to spend the white worker, 3 bricks and a wood. To construct myself a hut, which gets me, I can put it right there for a provision. Nice, nice, nice. So this has been constructed, and on the back, oh, we get a story event, which is story event number 31. So let's take a look inside my storybook for the spoilers now. And we try to find story event number 31. The camp grows more and more each day. Workers pour in from the surrounding lands, some sent by the Emperor, others have nowhere else to go. It is heartbreaking, but I must continue in my work. We must make more room. File the constructed hut card into the box under the history. Okay, just like that. Find cards 1, 2, and 3 in the story deck and file them in the box under huts and canals for future games. Okay, so cards, and then is that everything? Yep. So story cards, numbers 1, 2, and 3. Put that in the story deck, and those go into the... Okay, yeah, so those are just more hut cards that are going to go right there into the box so that when I do the setup, when I do the setup, they can potentially now come into the game. It's a really nice way that it kind of branches, because then they randomly kind of get seeded out. And every time you play the campaign, things randomly appear in different orders, which really dramatically affects the gameplay. All right, well, now I got another worker spot that I can assign my last worker to. So why not I do that? I'm going to put him here. And what kind of worker am I going to need? Let's grab ourselves a red worker, because we do need some red and yellows to fight off these barbarians. I'm either going to have to destroy a card or pay a brick, so I think I'm going to use my conversion here. I'm going to spend 3 shells for a brick right now so that I have them. I am going to get some more shells along the way, so why not we just spend another... Wait, because I want to make sure that I keep some shells around, because I do want to... Actually, no, I'm going to keep those shells around for right now, because I think that's going to be just for some flexibility of different things this time around. Okay. Oh, I guess I can do some I do think that I can do some recruiting here. I can recruit this guy for free. Why don't we put that into my deck right now? And I do have a provision, which provides me another white worker and a provision. So why not? Let's spend this one provision, and let's recruit them into our deck as well. Okay. I think I am okay for things that are going on right now. Oh, and I guess I do have another room for another card, and I guess next time around. So hey, we're expanding our empire. I don't think that's the word for it, but that's okay. Okay, let's do some cleanup here. We are going to suffer this attack. We either have to destroy a card or pay a brick. I will pay this. Or do I destroy a card? Actually, keeping the brick around might actually allow me to construct something, because I'm thinking that I'm going to get another canal section built relatively soon. Okay, how many cards do I have left to draw here? It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 7 cards left. Okay, I'm going to pay the brick. I'll pay the brick. And then we do the cleanup. We need room for another barbarian. So boom, over and like that. And then these are all going to get refilled. And yellows and blues. Okay, and then these 2 workers come back to me. Alrighty, so what's next? Oh, I guess my income phase, which we're going to get 4 brand new cards. Okay. blue worker, black worker, yellow worker, red worker. Okay, so this is going to be a worker-centric turn. Not too many provisions. That's okay, I guess. Well, white worker, another shell, provision, and we got one, so we got another shell, just like that, and another white worker. Okay. Well, yeah, that's it for my income. Well, what else can I provide? I'm just trying to take a look at some of my things that I want to maybe tuck underneath my board here. Getting more white workers every round? That seems too good to be true. Getting more white workers every round. Or I can be grabbing a wood and a shell every round. Another wood and another shell every round. I do need wood. I just need ways to generate bricks. Interesting that I need. Okay, well, let's start off with the building the section of the canal. So I need 2 shells and my 2 white workers. Oh, wait. I need those white workers. Wait, how many cards do I have left? Oh, I only have 3, so I have to build it this round. Oh, no. I have to build it this round, or else the flood's going to happen. And I really needed to take care of that section over there. So let's take a look here what we got going on up here. No, can't generate yellow workers from up there. I can generate 1 yellow worker, and I can generate 1 red worker to take care of that. Otherwise, I have to take care of, I either have to destroy a card or destroy a red worker. Ooh, that is nasty business. Okay, well then at least I can take care of that, and I want to maybe tuck another card, but let's just see what we can get up. Let's see what we can get going here. Let's take care of the, but I don't have the provisions to get over there to fight them, unless if I discard some shells. Okay, let's do it this way. Then but that gets me some more shells. Okay, so let's take a red worker. Let's take a, I can destroy this card and get an extra card. Let's take a yellow worker and draw another card. Oh, and there's my red worker. Okay, I feel a little bit better about myself now for this turn. I am going to convert 1, 2, 3, 4 shells into 2 provisions. Spend those 3 provisions to fight off this barbarian where I need 2 red and a yellow worker. And he's done, which I'll get 3 more shells as the reward. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now I don't feel so bad about now spending 2 shells and 2 white workers to build a section of the canal where I am going to get a brick, a wood, and have to destroy a card. But at least that gives me another. I can always, what is that? I can destroy. Oh, my exhausted pile. Okay. I can put a card into my exhausted pile to get 2 shells. Interesting. But it's another spot to build another building whenever I get a chance to do so. Let's take a look here. What do I have left going? So I do need to spend you to get a red worker. almost be my sacrifice for that particular the Viking barbarian. Let's, well, I guess we can grab a couple things with some of these workers here. Let's grab ourselves another provision. And let's grab ourselves another worker. I'm thinking that it's going to be, do I need yellow? Sure, why not yellow? Because I want to keep my white workers to keep on building up over here. So I'm just going to do it that way. I am, or do I? Perhaps I take another red worker, only because I'm thinking I'm going to tuck this guy to get myself another white worker at the beginning of every round. Yeah. And then for you, I am actually just going to grab I'll grab another black, I'll grab a black worker here. Haven't built up. I don't have any more white workers to do some hut constructions, but I think I am on my way. I will recruit you into my deck, and I will spend my one provision. I will spend my one provision to recruit you into my deck because you produce some bricks for me. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Or wait, or do I leave you so that you... Wait a minute, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to recruit you. I'm going to leave you to come up because in case I need a brick, I can discard you right away to get a brick next round. I think I'm going to do it that way then. Alrighty. Well, that is the end of this particular round. I'm just going to take a look here and see if there's anything else that I really want to do. I'm just going to keep those shells around because I don't really need them right now. Don't need to convert them because yep. Okay, so we are going to suffer the damage. I'm going to suffer a red worker damage. Everything's going to slide on down. 1, 2, 3. And now we've got an extra icon revealed here. So now we have to actually reveal 2 more barbarians. Yeah, the barbarians really start ramping up now. So let's just take a look at what we need to get potentially sacrifice here, which are red, black, and provisions. And there's one spot left for this particular townsfolk. And of course, if we ever get overrun with barbarians, that is another way we are going to end up losing this game. So, well, I guess I forgot to put the storybook back. Should have done that way. Alrighty. These 2 are going to come back to me. Just like that. I am. Okay, I think we are good to start the next round. Let's go ahead and let's take our income, which is going to be 4 cards. So here's 1. We ran out of cards, so the flood token is going to advance 1. I guess the boat should come back onto the board. We're going to shuffle these up. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh gosh. Maybe I got rid of too many cards, or, well, things get destroyed because of various game effects. So I better get on this canal thing really quickly here. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so at least provisions are not going to be an issue for me. A white worker, a shell, a provision, another shell, and 2 more white workers, just like that. Okay, whoop, come on, slide on over. There we go. And I think that is all of my income. Okay, well, what shall we do? What shall we do? I can build another section of the canal, but that's going to destroy 2 cards right away. getting another hut built would actually be okay as well. But I need 2 more bricks. I only can generate 1 more brick from that guy up there. I do think I'm just going to spend these folks as their, just to build a canal section this time around, so I have some flexibility on focusing on something. That is going to destroy 2 cards out of my deck, which means I should spend lots of my provisions. Oh, but there's not enough time because I want to spend some provisions to actually defeat some of my barbarian counterparts as well. So, dear goodness gracious, how are we going to end up taking care of all of this business? Okay, well, let's spend you for 2 provisions. I'm going to generate some of these provisions here. Let's generate another provision in a shell. Let's generate another couple provisions. Okay, that gives me 5 in total. Let's take a look at what I can do with 5 provisions. Okay, well, I can take care of him. That might actually work because that gives me another white worker and a shell. That requires 2 blacks. Okay, so I'm going to spend 3. Yeah, I'm going to spend 3 provisions, 2 blue workers, and a red worker to defeat them, to get a shell and another white worker into my supply. I am then going to, I think I'm going to have to, do I get some of this income stuff going here? Or do I just try to, do I try to get another couple bricks? I think I can get the bricks. 3 and 2 gets me the canal section. 1 worker and brick. That gets me another. Oh, that does give me another. Okay, let's try it this way. Okay, so I am going to. Oh wait, but that also. Okay, yeah. So 3 white workers, 2 shells. That's going to build me another canal section where I get a brick and a wood. So a brick and a wood. But I have to destroy 2 cards. Does open up another spot, but another conversion where I can spend a worker and a provision to get a worker of my choice. That seems pretty cool. I am going to, well, now I got 2 bricks. No, actually I would have 3 bricks if I discard this guy to get another brick, so that I can spend a white worker, 3 bricks, and 1 wood to build this, which I will put up here to grab a red worker. Oh, wait, I don't need the red worker. I will take it as a black worker. And that takes care of this section, which will be a shell. Okay. I see this. I see it. Now I got some spots to fulfill some things. I am going to need to I need to replenish my deck of things that are getting destroyed here. So why not? Okay, this one you're definitely going to generating a red worker for me because I'm most likely going to have to take care of a red worker here. I'm definitely going to get you. Oh, wait. I can use you to generate me an extra shell and a card every round. That seems pretty darn good. I'm going to slide you underneath there. Yeah. And let's what workers am I going to grab? Oh, I can still grab a bunch of things here. So I'm going to send this guy to grab me another. I'm going to grab a blue worker, since that's what I'm going to need. I am going to use this blue worker to grab me another provision, because I do need a provision. Let's take a look at these. These two things I'm going to need for my barbarian attacks. I still got my black worker here that can grab me at least one brick, because I do need some bricks eventually. Okay, well, I think I'm starting to do some things here. Out of cards. I do need that, so I can spend one provision to. I'll add you to my deck. And you know what? Why not? We'll spend this other provision here to add them. Oh, wait. 2 white workers. Use it as yellow. Nope, but then I wouldn't have the provisions. No, okay, so I'm going to add you to my deck as well. Okay. Whoo, boy. Let's take a look and see what anything else that I can do on this particular turn. I can convert into some resources that I don't really need at this one particular moment. Just keep them around just to see what I definitely need for the next round. So I think I am okay for now. Okay, end of the round. So oh my gosh, but another couple barbarians are going to come out. I need to spend a red worker for that attack. And I need to spend provision for that attack. Or I could, you know, but I just don't want to destroy these cards just yet. So, okay, that is that. These workers are going to come back to me. These are going to shuffle down. Whoops, too far. They were right there, but I do need to create space for 2 more barbarians. Because we have to draw 2 barbarians every single round. And these are going to refill. Oh boy, here we go. Am I at income now? Yeah, I think I'm at income. Let's put the barge back onto the board. Okay, let's go to income. So I'm going to draw myself 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I get myself a white worker. I get myself a shell. Get myself a provision. Get myself another shell. I'm loaded with shells. 2 more white workers. Guess I should place them over here with my other workers. 2 more white workers. Another card, which is the last one in my deck here. Whoops, that's kind of off screen, so I'll put you down here. And another shell. Oh boy, who daddy. Well, if at anything, I could actually build another canal section. Just because I'm always generating enough shells and white workers every round. Let's take a look at what we can do, because I do need to actually take care of some barbarians that are happening this time. So even if I don't build the canal section this round, I could actually just build it next time, because I just need to act. Let's see if we can take care of the barbarians. Do I produce any more provisions? Not really. I would just probably be generating. So I'm going to spend you for a provision and a shell. I'm going to end up having to spend some of my shells as. So this one needs. That gives me 2 more shells. Okay, so you know what? I think I'll try to take care of them. So I do have the 2 provisions that I need, and I have 2 yellows and a blue because of my conversion. So 2 yellows and a blue and 2 provisions. I can take care of this barbarian to give me 2 more shells and a piece of wood, which actually could be quite handy. Now, I have 2 blacks, and I could just grab myself a blue worker for that one. Or, oh, 2 blacks and a yellow. I have that one. I just need 3 provisions, which I think I have here. So I have 1, 2, 3 provisions with these shells. 2 blacks and a yellow to grab me this one, which gives me another 2 shells and a brick. So I defeat that barbarian as well. Okay. Out of workers, so I guess I should generate myself some workers here. So let's generate myself a red worker. Boom, just like that. I will generate myself another white worker. Like that. Oh gosh, and then yeah, I could probably build myself another hut. Or should I, no, I'm going to do that. I'm going to provide myself with another. You should, wait. Let's just hold off there for a second. Because I could generate myself whichever other resource I want. So I can either make my white workers even more flexible. Or I can increase my income every round by this. Or get myself another spot, which also actually gives me another, I can tuck another card to get me some more income in a round. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's go with, let's spend 3 shells for a brick. And then I'm going to spend a white worker, 3 bricks and a wood to build this. That gets me a provision. And that builds me another hut. Ooh, and lets me draw a card. And because my deck is empty, so that means this is going to advance, and I have to shuffle and draw a card. Okay, maybe not such a great idea, but at least I have another space that I can draw a card every round. Oh, guess I draw a card. another white worker on every round. Dang. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep moving my resources over. I'm just gonna keep moving my resources over as I just kind of keep getting more and more spaces to tuck cards. Okay, well I can get a yellow worker every round, another white worker every round, or a wood and a shell every round. Wood I do need to fend off that. Barbarian. I have my 1 provision that I need. Okay, well, I know you are going to be used as a brick. You're going to be used as a brick. You are going to be used as a red worker. And you are going to be used as a black worker. Just like that. Should beef up my... Yeah, okay, you're going to come into my deck like that. Didn't increase my thing, but that's okay for right now. Not super necessity. Oh my gosh. Okay, I do need a provision to spend for that. I do need a wood. Let's put those on the storybook there. So provision and wood for my barbarian attacks, because I don't think that I can get over there to... I can't get those. I could actually just... Oh, I could use it because I could just generate myself another provision here. Sure, I can actually just generate myself another provision. Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 for a provision. And this provision is going to be used to recruit another card into my deck. just like that. And, oh, I guess I should use my workers here to, yeah. Okay, I can generate another provision, which I'll use that provision to recruit this card into my deck. I can use one of these red workers to generate myself a worker of my choice. Let's generate a blue worker. I do need some blue workers around the way. Well, I guess I can just keep going here. I can recruit another. I can grab another. What is this? Brick, wood, or let's do a wood this time around, because I do need one. And I have, okay, yeah, because I'm spending one. And I could just draw a card. Why not? Let's draw a card and see what we get here. Oh, right. Okay. Well, let's tuck you so that we can generate ourselves a brick and a shell every round, too. Okay. I think I like where this is going. All right, so there's my resources. That's what's happening this round. I'm pretty sure I'm done doing whatever. I got my barbarian attacks here, so I'm going to spend my provision and my food. Or sorry, my provision and my wood. I have to refill things, so we need to make room for 2 barbarians coming up. And we refill the row. And I guess we're at income. Okay, so we're going to draw ourselves 4 cards here. 1, 2. Okay, we're provision heavy again. 3, 4. Okay, white worker. Shell. Provision, another shell, 2 more white workers, a shell, and a card, and a brick, and a shell. Okay. Ooh, Nelly. Let's see what we can do with all of these different things. Well, one thing we have to do is we have to do the canal. We absolutely have to, because that is going to advance really quite. That's actually going to advance a lot faster than we think it's going to do this time. So I think let's try that right off the bat here. I am going to, first off, before we have to, because I see we're going to have to destroy 2 cards, and that's going to cause a shuffle. So let's maybe recruit some cards first so that we can beef up this deck, and maybe spend some cards into this deck so that we can shuffle it up. So let's grab... Oh, I guess all these workers should have came back to me as well. Dang. Okay, well, let's grab oh boy. Okay, well, provisions are necessary here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 provisions. 2, 3, 4. So provisions are going to be key in this round. Let's keep maybe some more workers. Maybe even a piece of wood there. Ooh, dear. Another blue worker could come in handy. Another black worker could come in handy. Just for those original ones. So let's do that. Let's go with let's use the 2 red workers. Don't need those right away here. I'm going to grab myself, put him down. I'm going to grab another blue worker. No, I'm going to grab a black worker. I'm going to grab a black worker. I'm going to grab... Oh, I see I need 3 blue workers. Dang it. If I wanted to take care of those ones. Guess I could take care of these ones. But I would need another black worker, which I don't have. Okay. Let's try it this way then. Let's try... I'm going to discard you to grab a blue worker. Oh, but I do need to do the canal section, so I can't use the yellows. So 2 blacks and a blue for that one. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. This is getting toit. So let's take care and make sure I got a couple provisions to fight him. 1. I'm going to use 1 provision to recruit them into my deck. I'm going to grab a... Oh, right. Yeah. Hey, I can do this and grab him to grab another white worker. I'm going to use them to grab another red worker. Okay. And I should just use this one to grab myself another provision and shell. Provision and shell. Okay, that works. So now, just trying to see my order of operations here. I can spend 2 provisions, 2 blacks and a blue worker to defeat them to get me another shell and another white worker, which actually is quite handy. And, oh, that would actually give me 2 yellows. Oh, if I only had another black, if I only could grab myself another black worker somehow. Can I make myself some... Oh, no, wait, but I need to advance. I need to do the canal section. So I do need to do the canal section. Let's see here. Wait. Okay, wait. Let's do the canal section because that's pretty important. So 3 whites, 2 shells. This comes off the board. This is going to get me a brick and a wood. A brick and a wood, and it causes me to destroy 2 cards. So 1, and then we have to shuffle, which means this is going to advance forward. Oh boy. Okay, 2. Okay, so yeah, so I got my brick and my wood destroyed. 2, so now it had provided me now with 2 spots to build buildings. Just looking what I can do here now. I should probably so 2 yellows. Okay, 2 yellows and a... Oh my gosh. Why is this game so difficult? Oh, I can spend... No, but then I wouldn't have my 2 yellows. I was going to say I can use this conversion. Oh, but I wouldn't have my black. Oh, I can use it to make a blue. Oh, but then I wouldn't have my white worker to spend for that one. My goodness gracious here. Let's take a look here. Okay, if I spent a white and a provision and a white to grab myself a blue worker, just like that. Okay, so now I got 2 blues and a yellow for fight that one. I also got 2 blues and a red to fight that one. But, let's take a look here. I can actually spend a red. Let's draw a card. See what we get here. Another red worker. Okay, so let's take another red worker here. Let's spend, I think I have enough to do the make our workers flexible here. Let's do that. Let's spend a white worker. Oh wait, but I don't have enough. Oh yeah, so I can spend 3 shells to make a wood. Yeah. And then I'm going to spend a white worker, 1 brick, and 3 wood to build myself another one of these, which, okay, so then I can make my reds or my blues yellows. That works. And then I can put you up here for a black worker, just like that. Hey, and now I've got two blues, and since my red now can be used as yellow, I got 2 blues and a yellow to fight off that barbarian for my 2 provisions. Or I've got 2 yellows and a black to fight off that one. So since I don't have the, oh boy, otherwise I don't have the thingamajiggers. So let's, I don't even know which one. Maybe I'll do the, maybe, yeah, because I don't want to actually have to spend my, I want to be able to save my workers. And oh my gosh, but I do need my blues and my reds. Okay, let's do it this way. I am going to spend, I do need 3 provisions. Or do I just do this one? Oh my gosh. My gosh. Okay. Let's take a look here. What can we do? Okay, no, I'm going to use it as, I'm going to do it. I'm going to just do this one. I'm going to spend 2 provisions. I'm going to fight him with 2 blues and a yellow, since now I have a conversion of red is also equal to yellow. So there we go. This is done. We're going to get another shell, and we get to draw a card. Oh, we get another red worker. Can do that. Get another red worker, which I could have taken that one then, but I don't have the provisions anymore. So boom, 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 boom. I don't have the, because I can spend 2 for a provision and a provision to recruit this card just to keep it going. And I think that is all that. I guess since I'm not going to do those things, I may as well just grab my resources here, like a provision. And I may as well also grab a, let's grab a wood. Yeah, let's grab a wood. Okay, phew. I think I'm spent here for this particular round. Now, let's go barbarian attacks. We got to spend 2. I'm going to spend 2 shells for that attack. And now it says we need to get a white worker, but since whites and reds are equal to one another, I can spend that red worker for that white worker. So they are now, that is part of that to say. 1, 2, 3 barbarians need to come into play now. Oh my goodness gracious. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty. We are getting down to it, and we have to fill in our spaces here. Take the discard pile and shuffle it. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's getting stressful now. And what do we get here? So then now we have to put the boat back on. All these workers come back to me. Lots and lots of workers. 2 bricks, a wood, 1 provision. I'm gonna get a buttload of shells too. Let's do our income. So we got 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get a white worker, a shell, provision, 2 more shells because I got 2 purple buildings out there, 2 more white workers. Come on. 2 more white workers, another shell and a card, and then a brick and a shell. Okay. Well. And of course, my deck is 1, 2, 3, 4. We got to deal with that canal thing again. We got to deal with the canal, and we also got to deal with the bed. I'm so close to getting the canal. You can only complete it once per round. Dang. Well, let's try doing it this way, because I've got 2 whites. I do have a red. I just need a blue, which I could send this black worker here to grab myself a blue. So therefore I have 2 whites, a blue, and a red, and I have the 3 shells. That means I would have to destroy 2 more cards. And I get story event number 24. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. So let's grab a couple provisions. So I might just need to do some, I need to recruit some cards here, and I need provisions in order to go battle some barbarians. You get recruited for free. 1 provision to recruit you. Let's take a look at what else we got going on in here. Another black worker and another white worker. Okay, well, the white worker is definitely coming in because he's very flexible of being red and yellow. Well, may as well take the black worker since we most likely will need them at some point in time. Take the black worker here. And maybe, will the black worker actually show up on there? Oh, maybe kind of a little bit better. Let's put my workers up here. Maybe I should have been doing that all along. And this one is going to need to, guess, a provision and a shell. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it this way and see what we can get. Let's see what we can come up with. Which worker do I want to use? Okay, now we just got barbarians left. Okay. 2 yellows and a black. I don't have 2 blues and a red. 2 reds and a blue I don't really have. 2 reds and a black to take care of that one. And that's a story event too. Ooh. And another one of these. That's fine to lose. I don't have very many shells to lose. Don't have very many shells to lose. I don't have very many white workers to lose. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Well, let's do the canal first. Let's do the two whites. Actually, I can use them as whites as well, right? I can keep those ones out. I can use 2 whites, a red, and a blue. Sure. And 3 shells, just to keep my flexibility open, to destroy 2 cards and get story event number 24. Story event number 24. Let's see what you got. Spoiler alerts. 24. Oh, there it is. I had been waiting hours for my workers to return from finishing our most recent canal. When a shout came up from the edge of the tents, the workers had returned, but they were bloodied and tired. Barbarians had been roaming near and nearer to our camps, scouting for ways they can hurt our efforts. It seems like they found what they were looking for. File the constructed canal card into the history box. Find card 34 in the story deck and file it in the box under huts and canals for future games. And then take 1 damage. Ouch. So that's a damage. And then I have to find card 34 and put it in huts and canals. Card 34. There it is. And it's another canal card. So that's going to go into there. Okay. Well, that was not anything. What is that one? Draw 1 card from the top of the town. So draw pile unless otherwise. Oh, so I can draw a card from the top of the pile for 2 provisions and a shell. Well, that's kind of fun. Alrighty then. Now, what else can I... Now, what else should I do here? I do need to get rid of some of these barbarians. So let's go... 3 for 2 and a black, 2 reds and a black, and 3 provisions. Let's take care of this folk. Story event 12. Story event 12. So let's take a look here. Story event 12. It is days like this that make me yearn for home. There are still people, our people, who do not see. They cannot see that the work that they are doing is all for the Empire. They only see a chance to take. My heart bleeds for them and their ignorance, just as my men bleed for our work to carry on. We pushed back a strong foe, but the cost of our own warriors is high. My thoughts will be with the rest of my warriors tonight as they remember the fallen. File the defeated barbarian card into the box under history. So the history pile. Take 2 damage and gain 3 shells. Oh my gosh, take 2 damage. Well, 1. And then this has to get shuffled, so this moves up 1. Oh gosh. I still have to suffer 1 more damage. Okay, 2 damage. Well, then maybe I shouldn't have went for that one. Okay, but there's that. Don't think there's much more I'm going to end up doing this particular round, so I'm going to turn 2 provisions into a shell since I need to lose 4 shells at the end of this round. I do need to lose a white worker, and I do need to lose a brick. Okay. Which means I could actually do one of these with a white, a brick, and a wood. White worker, brick, and wood, as I can construct one of these ones. I'm going to do the one where I get any worker. And I'm actually going to take a yellow... Oh, wait. I can actually take a red worker. Yep. I'm going to do that. And I should take some things. Let's draw a card. Okay, that just gets me more stuff. Another provision and a shell. And then, oh my gosh, I do need to keep that worker around. Can't really assign them anywhere. I think that my turn is done. Yep, I think my turn is done this time around. Okay, so whole bunch of stuff. So a white worker. 1, 2, 3, 4 shells. And a brick. Okay, that is okay. But did I do enough? I don't think I should have actually needed. I needed because I need space for 3 barbarians, which I think that makes me lose the game via barbarian. 1, 2, 3. I think because now the barbarian line is full. Let me just consult the rule book here. That there are ways for this game to end. End of the game. You can end the game due to the flood. It wasn't due to barbarians. If there are ever 7 barbarians along the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we lost via barbarian. Oh, we were so close. We were getting close. I was going to do it on my next turn. I was actually going to have enough workers and I would have enough shells. But I just needed to defeat 1 more barbarian on my turn. Maybe I should have looked at doing that. Whatever. I am still very inexperienced in this game. Leave a comment in the video if I could have done it, but I'm pretty sure that if I actually took more of my time, I would have actually maybe been able to see it. So, if you win the game, turn over the top victory card. If you lose the game, turn over the top defeat card. This will direct you to read one of 2 entries. Okay, here we go. So, the top defeat card. And we lost not via flood, but we lost due to barbarians and or damage. So we have to read entry number 28. We have to read card entry number 28. Alrighty. Let's see what we got going on here. Tushani, my pearl, I miss you often, and today more than most days. I miss your calming presence at my side as anger stirs within me like a hungry beast. My people bend themselves to making this land greater, to help me in the grand cause, and to take back our land from the floods. And yet there are still others who simply would take what they can for their own selfish goals. Can they not see what is plain to me? I strive to heal this land and to protect it, and I am still the one who is undone. It seems every month there are more barbarians at my door, lurking on the edges of the forests and watching the river like hungry animals. They strike at us when we have the most to lose. I must find ways to protect not just this land from the floods, but my people from these rebels. If we have better defenses at the village and around our work sites, then perhaps I can focus more on our work. For a man who tries to travel 2 rows at once goes nowhere. File the revealed defeat card into the history box. Find card 45 in the story deck and file it into the box under other setup cards. This is a fortunity card. Okay, so card number 45 that I will find here really quite quickly. 45, there it is. Okay, there's there's card number 45 from story card number 28. Put this in other setup cards. Where's my setup card? Other setup cards. There it is. For future games, place this fortunity card face up alongside the board. It has an ongoing ability that allows you to ignore taking 1 damage from barbarian attacks each round, 1 from the total you would take. Additionally, you may file this fortunity card in the box under history to draw the top 4 townsfolk cards from the townsfolk draw pile and place them face up into your exhausted pile. Doing so will remove the fortunity card and its ongoing ability for the rest of that campaign. Wow, that seems really cool. That seems really, really cool. So this is it right here. And yeah, it says on the back here, we can forever just ignore 1 of the damages, or we can file this into the history and draw 4 cards and put them into our exhausted pile. So that is actually really cool. And they do that. Every time that you lose the game, they sometimes give you things that would actually make your next game maybe a tad. The balancing issues, there's no balancing issues. The balance of this game is really quite nifty. I was going to win on my next turn. I was going to build the very last canal card on my next turn. but we just got overrun by the barbarians. Okay, folks. Well, if you liked this playthrough, please put a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell there is to get notified when I do continue my campaign of the Legacy of You. And I definitely am going to be continuing my campaign play because, man, oh man, is this game ever so interesting. All right, folks. I've been Ryan of Mista Rau's Gaming, and I want to wish you guys have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on when you decide to watch this. And as always, thanks for watching all. Cheers, everybody.